Well, I think it's happening. Well, I know it's happening. I got old and now I can't remember what stories I've told, and it makes me scared to tell any more cab stories unless I'm absolutely sure. Which probably means I need to go back through all those videos I made and just write it in the description of what I said for myself, because there's no way I've told all the stories. No, yeah, here's a couple that I know I haven't told. One is for the sign of the times. We're in our orange turd era again in America. The maggots, I swear, it's just insane. The man stole nuclear secrets and stored them in his bathroom. Today got away with it, all of it, everything that he did. 54 felonies. The guy's a convicted felon. And regardless of if that's true or if that's trumped up, no pun intended, there's still so much more. And I firmly believe in my heart that he molested Ivanka. I mean, there's just so much evidence pointing towards it, and he's just the kind of guy that would do that. He doesn't love his kids. All he wants is to satisfy his, his self-inflated Johnson that, that's got to get satisfied first, the golden Johnson. Anyways, so we're entering this new era again, and I wanted to do a trend vestite video because this is coming under attack. I mean, where people go to the bathroom. I say anybody that has a problem with it, problem with the transvestites peeing in their bathroom, well, then the people that have a problem could go pee in a bush. Fuck them. Pardon my French. So anyways, I was working at a place called Deluxe Cat, and I was sitting in the office one day, and this woman walks through, and I was just like, instantly, like, that, whatever, ding, ding, ding. But, I, got her number off of the dispatcher and called her up cold, and then went over there and, whatever. We were just, young and stupid and fun. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, I made a point not to be in her boyfriend because her favorite kind of sex was cheating on somebody's sex. And, she was just a wild woman that, a lot of fun. But she had two boys, 8 and 9, I think they were, at the time. And the older one was, he'd come home and he'd just stay in his regular clothes, but the younger one would come home and he'd put on a dress every time, and sometimes makeup and the whole bit. And it wasn't like anybody was like, okay, it's time to put on your, woman stuff. He just did it. He liked it, and it wasn't a shame. There was nothing wrong with it. I mean, he was into it. What harm, and nobody cared. And as far as I know, he wasn't gay, I don't think. But, he's 8. Even though I took human sexuality a long time ago, and I mean, humans are sexual from day one. They know pretty much who the stars in their, even if they don't understand what they are, their desire dreams, those are there. Or they see somebody. And for myself, I fell in love with Margot Thomas and that girl. I mean, Suzanne Plachette, I can go through the list. And I was that age. But I mean, I hope they don't see this, and I hope I don't cause any anxieties. And I want everybody to know that my gaydar is way off. It always has been. But I always thought that the older boy was the one that might turn out gay. Maybe. You know what I mean? Of the two, you know. So that was the tranny video, and that I dedicate that to all you maggots out there. Yeah, that's you people are weird, and the they, them, us, her, whatever pronoun things that you got up your ass, I don't care about. I don't know where you got that from, and I don't know why you're applying that shit to me. Weird people. So, the other story that I know I haven't told, I got a run out to Second Mesa on the Hopi reservation, and on my way back, there was no radio, no. I didn't have a cell phone. That was before that. I was with Friendly Cab at the time, and I was driving along 65 miles an hour, and I see this figure on the side of the road that's wearing this white robe that goes down over its face and over its hands. I don't know if it's male or female. I don't know what that was. But as I'm going by, it's raising its hand in a real slow manner into a Zig Heil kind of stance, whatever that is. And I thought to myself, should I stop? And I was, no, I'm not going to stop. And then, I mean, that was immediate. No, I'm not stopping. But, you know, later on, it was north of Winslow. I saw a falling star that, I mean, I swear there was chunks coming off of it. It was just so amazingly badass. And again, I was just isolated. When you're in one of these friendly cabs, generally you're not isolated. You got somebody you can talk to. But, yeah, I was isolated at that point. There was no way I could talk to anybody. So there was that. We got 7 minutes. I guess I'd go into more politics. I mean, the guy, election interference and a coup, I mean, and they tried to say that was all tourists, and he's talking about persecuting the mayors of blue cities that protect the immigrants that he's trying to boot. He's going to Stephen Miller. I mean, you know, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. And I saw a report today that they've got all kinds of, you know, there's a chance of 4 more pandemics that are looming. That we saw how he treated pandemics before. He said he wanted to inject bleach, ultraviolet. They're all going to be. There's going to be no cases after Easter of that year. We're going to get 1 or 2 cases, and then it's going to go away. The vaccine that he did the light speed for, which, you know, I mean, credit where credit's due. He did get that vaccine processed real fast. But then he switched because his people were pissed off about the vaccine. And I want everybody to know, I mean, this is something that is just so blatantly true. Only one vaccine has ever worked in 100% in the history of man, and that was with smallpox. And I can tell you how they did that with smallpox. It was something that one guy just finally observed and figured out that there was something going on with the milkmaids. You know, their skin was always fair, and they, you know, they were desired because of that. Well, they didn't. Their skin was fair because they weren't getting smallpox, and the reason they weren't getting smallpox is because there's something called cowpox that they would get that doesn't even have any symptoms, and it was enough to build up an immunity against smallpox. And I mean, smallpox is a nasty, nasty bug. It goes back to, I mean, they found it on the mummies, and 5,000 years ago, Egypt, they found smallpox. It's been around for a long time. And I mean, infant death and, you know, adult, it's just, the mortality rate goes up when smallpox is around. Yeah. But we're going on 10 minutes, and, yeah, there's one other vaccine that Carter might have done, and that's the guinea worm in Africa, and that's also a very nasty bug. But I mean, you can probably count that as a vaccine since he pretty much wiped it out single-handedly. I love Jimmy Carter, but that, and I mean, he stopped he made the pipeline. They had to lift it up off the ground so the caribou could pass by because of him. I applaud that guy. He's still, to this day, he's in hospice now, but he's just an excellent human being. And he only got one term because the Republicans trashed on him. And then Reagan got the hostages out. He made a point to get the hostages out after he got inaugurated. Anyways, I am going to get more into politics because it's just got to be. I'm also going to do more cab stuff. It's just, I have to, when I remember the instances of things that have happened to me that I know I haven't talked about already, then I'm going to, or I have to go through all the videos and see exactly what I said and put it in the description of what I said, which is what I'll probably wind up doing just to make sure that I'm not repeating myself. Alright, it's 11:20 minutes. Bye.